in it that if you hold a mustard seed and you breathe unconsciously, not that, no, just breathe. While you are holding it, your breathing will blow off the mustard seed off you. That's how tiny a mustard seed is. In fact, somebody described to me, he said, have you seen a pin before? He said that small dot on top of a pin is bigger than a mustard seed. But when mustard seed grows or is planted, how big do you think mustard seed grows to? I want to have an attitude. I want us, maybe we should ask ourselves a question. Let's go to, give us the Matthew I told you. I think I gave you Matthew 13 from 31 to 32. Can you quickly please give it to us? We don't have. Another parable he put forth unto them, saying the kingdom of heaven is like a grain of mustard seed. I've told you I'm not doing theology today. Theology will be telling me, talking about kingdom of heaven. Leave kingdom of heaven today. But let's see the analogy of Jesus. He said the kingdom of heaven is like a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field. Okay, give us 32. 32 say, which indeed is the least at that time of Jesus. That is the smallest of all seeds. What is the mustard seed in your hand? What is your mustard seed? The smallest thing you can ever thought of. Now, but when it is grown, it is the greatest among the herbs and becometh what? So that the birds of the air come and lodge in the branches thereof. Science told me, you can Google it, I don't know, mustard seed grows up to 15 feet high. For those of you that don't know what a 15 feet is, between this floor and this ceiling, you have approximately 9 feet. This is approximately 9 feet. So we are talking of close to twice this height. We're having a 15 feet, about 5 meters. That is what you are having. Or worse still, about the distance between this beam and this beam. That's how much a mustard seed can grow to become. But the sad part of it, if you hold that mustard seed and it's never planted, it will grow to 100 feet. If you hold that mustard seed and you never planted it, what will happen? Oh, I said we are having interactive. If you put that interactive, what happened? The truth of the matter is this. You have a mustard seed and you didn't plant it. What happens to that mustard seed? It remains a seed. God bless you. After some time, it will diminish because it's likely that it has a lifespan if it's not planted. I don't know how many of you have seen tubers of yam. If you don't plant it, what happens to it after some time? It will decay. And when it decays and you go and plant it, what happens? It will grow. God bless you. Everybody that is here, I care less about your age, about your training, about your profession. There is a mustard seed in your hand. And why many of us never get to the place expected of God is because you don't bother to sow that mustard seed and allow growth to happen. If there is no growth in your life, ask yourself, where is my mustard seed? So starting small, it's a problem of our generation. Big problem. And I'm talking to young people this morning. Everybody wants to start big. Very few people, I repeat, very few people in this church today had privileged background. Most of us, including myself, has modest, if not possible, very modest background. And because you have that, you cast doubt on your ability and strength to be a global player, to be a successful person, to make it in life. You're not encouraged because people before you never made it. And you tell yourself no to yourself. I don't think some of us will remember George Muller. You can read about him. He had 2 shillings on him. 2 shillings. And he said he wants to build an orphanage. And to make the matter worse, he was not going to do an advert or go around everywhere and say, I want to do orphanage. I want to do orphanage. I want to do orphanage. Please, people, bring money. He went to prayer. He had 2 shillings. But you know, in his lifetime, he built orphanage for over 2,000 children. Because millions of dollars poured in from 2 shillings for somebody to dream of an orphanage. An orphanage is one place that does not bring any income, so to say. You will be feeding people. Do you know you will feed them? You will be providing clothing. You will be training them. You will build how you will accommodate. You will be spending without receiving, so to say. But still, somebody had 2 shillings, and you will, if it comes to you, if it's in this generation, somebody had 2,000 naira or 20,000, and he said, I'm in job. Therefore, the first thing is for you in your mind to get it clear that while very few people will inherit wealth, they will suddenly